So, any more rain headed our way for the rest of the weekend? Meteorologist Carey Coleman is live now with your Saturday evening forecast. Hi, Carey.
Hi, Lena. 95 degrees yesterday, 83 today. Ooh, it was a nice, pleasant change, no doubt about it. But if you were like me, you were awakened at about 5:30 this morning to some big booms of thunder. We saw some very heavy rain in the last 24 hours. Let's show you some of those totals, and they really are kind of amazing. We haven't seen rain like this in a long, long time. Take a look at Youngstown. This is the 24 hours ending at 8 o'clock this morning, over 3 inches. Not too far from 2 inches downtown Burke Lakefront, about a ½ an inch for Cleveland Hopkins, Lorain, and look at Akron Canton, only 0.06 of an inch of rain. They could have probably used a little bit more than that. Temperatures right now, very pleasant, pretty close to the highs today, in the low 80s. 83 is what we made it to today. Dew points, much cooler than what they were yesterday. Yesterday they were in the 70s. Today we're looking at low 60s, even some 50s, 57 for the dew point at Elyria. So much more comfortable air on northwest winds that have been gusting today over 35 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at satellite and radar, nothing pretty much for the state of Ohio. There are some showers and thunderstorms to the west. That's associated with a little system that will drop into our area tomorrow, give us the chance of some late day thunderstorms. And look at the heat that Lena was talking about. Lubbock, Texas right now, 104 degrees. Ouch, nothing like that in our forecast, but there are some warmer temperatures. Hour by National Design Mart. On your Sunday afternoon, could see a few showers around here and there, maybe a rumble of thunder, especially to the south. Even on Monday into Monday morning, there could be a few showers around as well. And as we take a look at the MUGGY meter, not until we get to midweek are we going to get back to the steamy stuff. Off to the lake tomorrow, not too bad considering the fact it was not good out there at all. Small craft advisory today, much calmer tomorrow. 65 overnight tonight for a low temperature, and then tomorrow on your Sunday, 82, very pleasant temperatures, chance of a late day storm. Universal Windows Direct 7-day forecast showing you 80 on Monday, nice pleasant day, could see a morning shower, and then it gets hot once again. Wednesday, 91, 93, hot and humid there for Thursday, chance of late day thunderstorms as well.